chime in about stress. What happened was I had read an article, someone else had wrote an article in a previous issue talking about capoeira and breaking. And Ken said, I never saw capoeira growing up. I saw Kung Fu cinema on 42nd Street.
Yeah.
And so then I actually wanted to write an article about that. That statement led me to write the full article. So through the editor, I contacted Ken, and Ken put me on to all the other people that are in the article.
Did we take anything from that? Yes, we did, but it was just inspirational. We didn't have videotapes. We didn't have recorders and could rewind tapes. We just really loved it, and we walked away laughing about it because it was great. So Kung Fu Cinema, on behalf of what Eric has been sharing with us, it's there. It's a thing. It's a thing that has to be mentioned.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And we have a question from the people joining us. It's a question for Ken. I'll just read it out, Ken, but you can see it in the chat as well. It says, can you talk about any martial artists who taught in New York back in the day? For instance, I know that Yip Man's student, Sifu Duncan Lung, taught in the East Village in the mid-70s.
I can't see this thing.
It's from Soren Mark.
On the bottom right. Pow. Oh, okay. All right. So, Eric, man, it's always a huge amount of respect for you, my man, because you know what? You blessed me with a lot of insight. On behalf of your question, Mary, I'm going to tell you something. I used to go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade with my mom and my brothers, and there were some people that were barefoot, and they had white pants on. And they were flipping around like crazy. And you know what they were doing? Capoeira. 42nd Street. They were doing capoeira. And I never understood it because they weren't doing it to the beat or the music. They were doing their instrument, right? Ben and Bow, they were just bang, bang. I didn't see hip hop at all, but you know what? I said, these dudes are crazy. These sisters and brothers are doing their thing. And we would walk right by them and we would go to dance salsa and we would go to do Puerto Rico style. But I never forgot that. And there was one friend I have named Kevin, and I talk about it. I talk about this sometimes when I speak and share information. Kevin, he did capoeira, and he was also a dancer. So that's the only connection I really have, right? That's the only connection I really have. And he was from 92nd Street, Manhattan. And, never saw him again. But over the years, I was like, oh, that's an art form. It's a beautiful art form. And then in the 90s, people were doing the moves in breaking. And you got to love it.